Hello, 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 guys, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on our live video. I just wanted to stop in because I have just been honored to connect with so many amazing women who are working towards their goals, working towards their dreams, and are doing work to truly make an impact in the lives of those who are ready to grow. And Jackie Jackson and Sherry Summers are doing just that. I had a chance to sit down with her today, and she was telling me a little bit about her upcoming event, which is called the Cash for Your Life Workshop and Field Trip. And so I'll get right into it and let Jackie come on and tell us just a little bit more about what she's doing, why she's doing it, and why it's important for you to also work to create more cash flow in your life. So Jackie, before we go ahead and get started, just tell me a little bit about you and your background in real estate, and then why real estate?
Oh, well, first, before I answer, I'm definitely going to get to that. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to just share this information with your audience, right? The Live Limitless audience. I know I had interviewed you not too long ago, a few months ago on the Jackie Jackson show, and you were just so fabulous. So thank you so much for having me, communicate with your audience as well, too. Well, a little bit about me. I am a banker by trade. So, I have a history of selling other people's money. All right. So that's pretty much what I have done for the past decade and a half. And a few years ago, I transitioned from selling other people's money, being a banker, working in finance, and actually starting a real estate investing firm. And the reason why I did that is because I realized that everything that I learned, Sierra, was an absolute lie.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Everything they taught me, like everything I learned in school, how to make money, just was a 100% like lie. So it was either it was an untruth or they didn't tell me the whole story.
Right.
I had to figure some stuff out, on my own. And through that process, I was able to gather and learn some strategies and techniques that has really like paid it forward for me in my current business right now as a real estate investor. And that's the reason why I'm so excited to share this information, because I believe that so many more women need to have these options available to them, even if they've never thought about investing in real estate. Everybody needs money, Yes. Everybody needs money or needs access to understand how money works and where they can get it from, and what options are available to them to add additional cash flow to their lives. So hence the name Cash Flow Your Life. It's really a movement to create like financial literacy for people and show them a different way where they don't have to exchange their time anymore for income, and they can use their minds to create and manifest opportunities and income for themselves in their lives.
I love that. I love what you're doing, because this is a season where women really want to grow. Women want more, and that requires making a bigger impact.
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry.
But see,
always does that.
That's the beautiful thing about like women, right? We're so diverse. We're mothers, we're professionals, we're entrepreneurs, we're doing so much. We're sisters, we're, daughters, we are best friends, BFFs. There's always like something in our life that we have to like give ourselves and our attention to. And I'm a mom as well too. So for the moms out there that are looking for something, you know what I'm saying, that they can do alongside what they're already accomplishing, whatever their hustle is, whatever their 9-to-5 is, I'm here to tell you that even if you have children, you have small children, this is a business, real estate, that you can bring your baby with you, So when I'm out in the field and I'm looking at properties and stuff, I bring my child, I bring my kids with me, and I educate and show them what I'm doing. And truly, it has caused them to like have an entrepreneurial spirit about them. They ask so much more questions now, and they're involved in the process, and they want to learn more. As a matter of fact, when my son was 15, on his 15th birthday, we flipped a house together. And that was like his
how cool is that?
that was
so
like
cool.
his birthday gift, to flip like his first house. And we did it together. And it was just a wonderful experience that he and I learned together. So, you know, I love the kids. I have children, and just bring them along. It's not even like, you know, that serious.
Well, that's one thing about it. You have no choice. Like, they really are committed to the journey too. And I love what you said about delegating and allowing the kids to be a part of the journey. Like, my daughter's here right now. She helped me set up my camera. This other one, just, I can tell her a million times, like, don't come in the office. Mommy's working. Whenever she meets something, that goes right out the window. So
try the opposite. Try the opposite the next time, because whatever you tell them not to do, that's what they want to do.
What they do, exactly.
Like, in the office, I'm gonna put you to work, and she'd be like, "Nah, it's all right. I'm good."
Right. That's what they come up missing. I have to try that. But I love what you said. We do so much. There's so many things that we do every day to pour into our families, yes, our husbands, our children, our businesses, yes, and even the people that we've been called to serve. So it's so important that once you get to a certain point, you're really working to make that investment in yourself. And I know a lot of women, we're looking to really cash for our lives. I know that in this season, my main focus has been faith, family, and finances. Those are my 3 F's that are really going to help me propel to my next level. And so I've been very intentional about nurturing all of those things. And so in this season right now, I'm focused on finance. And it's so true that having multiple streams of income is it's no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. And I have 3 kids, my 3 reasons to go harder every single day. And so I'm really working to expand and connect with other women who want to expand as well. We're collaborating and masterminding, because that's what it's about. We're all in this together, and we all want to be great. So Jackie, tell me a little bit more about your workshop, what women can expect to learn from it, and why you're so passionate about putting this workshop together.
Oh my goodness. So our workshop was birthed from a women's empowerment conference. So Women Elevating Women with Angel Myers out in Brevard County. And I was one of the guest speakers there, and Sherry Summers also was one of the guest speakers, and Pastor Tanya Green, and Jasmine Johnson, and the beautiful and also very, very talented Monica May from
oh, I love Monica.
Yes.
She was us last year for the Dare to Dream conference. She was our honoree. She is so amazing.
She's fabulous, isn't she? I love her so much. So it was a sold out women's event, right? So like every empowering event for women, you're supposed to take that momentum that you gain from there and that confidence that you gain from there,
right,
to launch it, whatever is in you, okay? And then pay it forward and continue that momentum so that other people can continue to be blessed as well too. Absolutely. So from that conference, was sold out as well. Sherry and I saw that there was such a demand and such a great interest in me that we decided, okay, we're going to put our workshop together. And we weren't planning on doing that, because, you know, at the end of the day, we were making money on our own and just doing what we do. And we're like, you know what, other people need to know how to do this so that they can also experience the same kind of lifestyle, luxury, and quality of life that we experience. So that's why we put the conference on. And the 3 days, it's actually 3 whole days, right? So I'm taking up people's time. A whole weekend. They be like, oh my God, like, what are you talking about?
You know what? I find that women don't mind as long as they are getting what they came for, as long as they're being served, because women are ready to grow. And so we're ready to invest the time that's necessary. That's what it's all about. And that's how you know the women who are really, truly about this next level of life, because they're ready to invest that extra time, that extra energy, and extra focus.
So here's what they're going to receive when they do decide to invest in themselves, right? Because it is an investment in yourself. And for the small investment, the monetary investment, there's like 1,000 times gain, right, investment that they're going to receive. So on day 1, which is Friday, June 29th, we are going to be sharing some really powerful mind shift information. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
That's the good stuff.
We're going to be addressing all of the challenges that we have as women, or basically as entrepreneurs by itself, because we all want to be successful, but there's some underlining thoughts that we have that resonate within us, because for so long we have been conditioned to believe that we just need to survive, you know, like we just need to just make it, but we don't really talk about abundance and really understand. Yes, honey, I'm gonna be talking your language. So abundance and making sure that people understand that they are worthy to receive. Yes. Like they have rights and privileges that they need to accept that they have and walk within that, so they know that they prepare their mind to receive the gift that is already within them. They already have the tools and the resources. We're just sharing like the technical aspect of how to put all of those different pieces together. But everything that they need to be successful, they were born with it. It's already embedded in them. They just need to know where to go to bring that out. So the day one, we're going to be talking about mindset and mind shift. All right. And that's going to set the precedence for the remaining days. And on day two, on Saturday, we'll actually be talking about the cash flowing strategies and techniques, what we are doing right now in today's market to make money in real estate, not using your own cash and not using your credit to actually make money. So it'll be a combination of a few different techniques and strategies that are working in real estate, as well as Sherry Summers has the subject matter expertise for property preservation. And Sherry, what she does is she found a way to make money with real estate without even flipping anything. Because she was like, I don't got time for that. So she's flipping. She's actually working on cash flowing properties and utilizing other different avenues of approach for services for real estate and services in that industry. And she's able to like just really create a niche market that she's really killing it and killing the game in. Right. And then on the third day, which is Sunday, so I know we giving up church day for some of us, right? Me too. We are actually going to take our guests and our attendees out into the community. So we have a tour lined up for them where we're actually going to go out to properties, and everything that they learn on Friday and Saturday, they'll be able to physically, hands-on, OJT, on-the-job training, apply it right on the spot at those properties. So we're going to be out there with our clipboards. We're going to be assessing and analyzing and talking about everything that we learned in the classroom setting and then applying it directly on Sunday so that they can make that connection and that it makes sense and they can walk away feeling confident that they got it. You know what I mean? They got the gist of it. But, we're always going to be present and available for everybody, but we really wanted to give them like a big picture overview and have them be able to put all the pieces and fit everything together. So it's going to be really, really amazing. Really amazing.
I mean, I'm excited about it. It sounds like a great event. I love that you guys are starting with mindset, because what I'm learning and working with my clients who are really ready to level up is that they have these self-sabotaging beliefs about money, where they don't believe, they don't truly understand that they deserve it. You're worth it. And I get when I tell them, you have to break it down and understand what money is. And money is just an exchange of value. Yes. You show up every day and you have value and you serve and you give that to other people. And the money is just a return on that, what you put out, what you put in. And so money is just, your reward for making that impact. So it goes from impact to influence and to income. But I've noticed that so many people have this mindset where they've been conditioned to believe, that making money is bad or making money is evil. Especially if you were raised in certain religious backgrounds, there's that scripture that says it's easier for a man to, make it through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it to heaven. So subconsciously, we've been kind of training ourselves to believe that making money is bad. And I think that the lack of money is the root of all evil, because it's the people who are desperate to make it who are, increasing the crime rate. And so I say that the more that you can make, the more value that you can add to your home, to your family, to your personal fulfillment, and to the world. We have to learn how to serve our own interests first, because we can serve from our overflow. And that's truly the basis of abundant mindset. So I love that you guys are starting with that. And I think it's really unique that you're going to take them into the field. So we're not just leaving you high and dry. We're not just getting you pumped up and giving you information. We're also going to put you in a position to apply it. And so I think that's really, really great. So tell us more about the event. When is it going to take place, and where they can purchase tickets?
Yeah, sure. So the event is going to take place in Brevard County, Florida. in a beautiful town called Titusville, Florida. So shout out to everyone who's in Titusville. All right. So it is June 29th through July 1st. So it's 3 days there, and they can grab their tickets at cashflowyourlife.com/3 days. And we'll make sure that everyone has access to that link in the post and they can click there. And one of the cool things about the event is that we extended the early bird special, which was supposed to end on June 15th. And we extended it because there's so many people that wanted to come. And, it just, how it didn't match up with payday, and they done spent the money because they were trying to save the money for July 4th, or, Memorial Weekend just left by, and, they was on their
and that's why this Cash for Your Life event is necessary. I'm serious.
So necessary.
I'm ready for all women to just graduate from struggle and graduate from just enough. And I just love the idea that women are really making that commitment to make an investment to grow, because we have to begin to graduate from struggle so we can make a greater impact. And this is just one of the ways to cash for your life, to invest in learning a new concept, a new way to, create another stream of income. And so I really do love that. And I just want to know, so you share with us a little bit about the takeaways from the event. And what I've been doing lately is a series of limitless lessons. So with everything that you're learning in this journey, when you get ready to put out more, it's always because you've had a mindset shift, or you've had a life lesson that has taught you and prepared you for this moment. So with the vision of this event, what would you say your limitless lesson was, or your lifestyle tip that you can share with the ladies on our who join us for this Zoom tonight?
Oh, wow. So in my journey, and, my journey has not ended. I actually believe that it's just begun. Why? Because of the mindset and the mind shift, right? So once your eyes are like wide open to the possibilities of life in an abundant state, then you're like, wow, there isn't anything that I can't accomplish. There isn't anything that I can't do. So I actually think that I was walking around as a zombie prior to this, before my awakening. So that was one of the lessons that I learned, is the awakening and the awareness of everything that's happening around me as far as the opportunities are concerned. And a moment in my life where really was a shakeup for me. A few months ago, I was in a very, very terrible automobile accident, right? And it totaled my vehicle, and it was something that's unexpected, like anything else. It's called an accident, right? You didn't leave your house. At least I didn't leave my house with the intent of getting in an automobile accident. But once I was in that accident and I was able to walk away from that accident by the grace of God with minimal, injuries. And when I say minimal, I'm talking about 4, herniated discs, but that's minimal compared to loss of life, right? I realized in that moment, Sierra, that I had not accomplished everything that I was supposed to accomplish in this world. And I had not completed the assignment that I was given by our Creator God. And I said, you know what? This is a wake-up call for me. And it's also a wake-up call for everyone around me, because now I speak to them and I'm like, well, you told me and shared with me that you had a passion to do this, but I haven't seen you do it yet. I haven't seen you taking any steps or taking any, taking on any prophetic word that you was going to, move in that direction. And so that is really where my passion is, and where my drive comes from, is making sure that when I get to heaven, that I can say to my Creator, that I did what He asked me to do. Job well done. You mentioned a scripture earlier about alluding to, poverty and alluding to money and stuff. But for every scripture that talks about poverty, what it's really talking about is poverty in the mindset. It really, it's not really focused so much on money, but in scripture, it actually does say to us that we are supposed to be rich. Jesus became poor for us to be rich, So people who think that being wealthy or focusing on the acquisition of money in their life is coming from a negative place or an evil place, that's because they misunderstand what God's original intent was. His original intent was for us to be prosperous and for us to dominate here on earth, and for us to create heaven on earth through His kingdom here on earth. So it's a misunderstanding of what the actual word means. Yeah, so you're doing yourself like an injustice. People are just proving on themselves an injustice by really believing that they can't move forward or they're waiting on a sign from God. And I'm like,
playing small too. So many people are just playing just small. Like it's
small.
Like do more, believe bigger. And I found that when you believe bigger, it requires more out of you. Because when you have these God-sized goals, it requires so much more discipline and effort. It requires so much more of a stretch for you, and that's how you truly grow. I don't believe that we were created to just pay bills and die. Like, of course, the in-between, we're going to face some challenges, but I always believe that those challenges are not punishing us, but they are preparing us for what we say that we prayed for. And a lot of times that's going to translate with the commitment that you put in. What are you willing to put in? How much are you willing to invest? And the thing I'm finding with people is they don't understand, like, you have to invest time, focus, energy, and money. You have to pay for that growth. Every time I reached a level in my life where I just learned more or it created a shift, it's because I invested in a coach. I invested in a training. I invested in a seminar. I invested in someone who would be able to pour into me. I invested in a trip that I knew that was going to connect me with someone who can take me to my next level. And so too many people are just sitting around praying for this shift. That's never going to happen until they get up and put in the work. It's so necessary.
To believe that they're worthy enough for them to invest in themselves, because it's so easy, and especially for women, it's so easy for us to invest and see value in investing in someone else, like that self-sacrifice, self-sabotage that you alluded to earlier. It's okay for us to not eat, not sleep, be there, for our sister,
all
of that stuff. I mean, we justify every single one of those times. And the one time that we're supposed to say, okay, I'm going to invest in me, we feel so terrible, so guilty for doing so, when it's like, if you don't focus on self-preservation, like, you can't take care of nobody else. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Absolutely. I think we have to learn how to truly serve from our overflow. And I've been guilty of that as well. And I found myself burnt out, just serving and serving and serving. And then I wonder why I can't get out of bed. I have no energy. It's because I was so drained. I had to put myself in a position where now I can also be poured into, because we give so much, and it's self-sacrificing, and it's crazy. You can't do anything if you're dead, if you're tired, if you're drained, if you're uninspired. And so we have to be very intentional about doing more and putting ourselves in positions that we can get nourished and we can get watered and we can get fed, because it's only then that we can show up and do more for the people that we've been called to serve. And so I really love what you're doing. I was so excited to connect with you on your show. You are a woman who I admire. I love the work that you do. And I know that you are in it to truly make an impact. And we share that value on the Call for Women. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with us tonight about what you're doing?
Well, I tell you what, one of my favorite passions is to share other people's stories and help them share their journey. So women that are already in real estate right now, like, for example, I was speaking to a young lady, and while she was on the road, she was driving for dollars, right? So she was looking for potential properties that needed to get fixed up. And while she was on the phone, she encountered a gentleman in that neighborhood that pulled a gun on her. All right. What? I know, crazy enough, right? So she's driving a neighborhood and someone pulls a weapon on her, and she is actually 8.5 months pregnant at the time. So he pulls a gun on her, and, as calm as she was while she's on the phone with me, he says, what are you going to do? I'm here trying to make a living for myself and my family. Is this what you're going to do? So the reason why I bring up this story is because so many women are discouraged from focusing and going for their dreams. And this young lady, no matter what the challenge was in her life, she was 8.5 months pregnant. She's out there trying to find opportunities, and then she's faced with this conflict. But the thing is, that didn't deter her at all. She spoke to the gentleman, and he said that he was like a retired police officer. And because she was like driving around the block a couple of times, she seemed a little suspicious. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, but she was a retired police officer. Why are you?
I know. But while she was on the phone with me, I heard her conversation, and she was so professional. She was so articulate in explaining what she was doing. And then, as a matter of fact, she ended up getting a lead from this gentleman and was like, hey, the house next to you is vacant. Do you know who owns this house? And the guy was like, yeah, so-and-so owns this house. And then she was able to turn that situation into a positive. So what I'm saying is that women, we have a special a special need, and only other women can like really understand what we go through. Like we have, you know, challenges when it comes on to life, work, and balancing. We have challenges when it comes on to security. Like what do you do when you're a woman out there alone by yourself? Sierra, you travel, I travel. We, you know, we're out on this on the road touring, doing all kinds of stuff. Like what do you do as a professional woman when you're by yourself? These are the types of support and questions that only another woman can answer for you, you know? So it's like a sisterhood is what we are building. Yeah. And just want other women to know that you're not alone. All of those thoughts, those fears, challenges, all of those things that you go through, you're not alone. Those frustrations, other people, other women go through them. And coming to this workshop will definitely give you some support and give you some insight and resources and tools that you can use to put an action plan together so that you can overcome those types of challenges. You could, you know, live in better neighborhoods, you know, you can send your kids to better schools, you can, you know, go on those vacations that you dreamed about. It's all about like elevating yourself and like really loving on yourself and your family the way how you want to do, but don't necessarily know how to get the resources in order to actually do it. So cashflowyourlife.com/3, the number three, don't do three, see? You don't even have to know how to do math. Three days. And that's where you can grab your tickets to go. It's only $267. When Sherry and I, you know, learned from our mentors and people who were really kind enough to share their information, we sowed seeds into them. I'm talking about thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to acquire the knowledge that we have. And that same knowledge that we have, we're just pouring it into someone else for a fraction, less than 1% of what we paid to acquire this information, so that other people can have it and do something with it, you know? So that's really where we're coming from.
Right. So if you're ready to take action and you're on this call tonight, you're looking for another stream of income, you've always been interested in real estate, please contact Miss Jackie Jackson and join her for her 3-day live event where she's going to be teaching you the real estate secrets to cash flow your life. Remember her limitless lesson. We don't know how much time we got, so the time is now to be right. No more procrastination, no more analysis paralysis. Just get up and do the work. It's time for your next level breakthrough. Thank you so much, Jackie, for joining me tonight. I'm so excited to have you. I wish you massive success, and I look forward to seeing you on June 29th.
Thank you, Sierra. Thank you again for sharing this with your audience, and shout out to the Live Limitless ladies. Thank you so much. Hey. All right, talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.